Hello. Yes, so we're including my Twitter handles up there on top if you're interested in following us. At the Hactory, we take an older definition of hacking, which is taking something apart and putting it back together in a new way. We do not steal bank account numbers or anything like that. We do a lot of public programming, so you can see here we do a lot of family-oriented things. We did a Drawbot workshop for Design Philadelphia last year. We do a lot of kids programs. This summer we're offering summer camp for the first time. You can sign up on our website if you're interested or if you have a young maker at home. We've also done public programs that kind of take a new spin on engaging with technology, like smashing printers. Like getting out some aggression. Sometimes it's healthy. We have a special partnership with our space called the Department of Making and Doing. Our partners are STEAM initiatives at the Science Center, Next Fab Studio, and Public Workshop. And so we have a really beautiful space in West Philly. If you haven't been there, please stop by. We have weekly project time from 7 to 9 on Thursdays. It's free. You can just stop by, see the shop, bring something to work on, hopefully meet someone that has similar interests as you. And I will add, I've been doing a program in New York recently, a creative coding program, and from that I've been in touch with a lot of people doing this kind of work from all around the world. And I can say that what we have in this space that is focused on education, that's highly accessible, and is a partnership, is really rare. And so I really encourage you to all go and check it out. I think it's a really big asset for Philadelphia. The space entirely, of course the Hactory is. So we also won a Night Arts Challenge grant to do an artist residency, which we ran through last fall, or we started in the summer. The residency was structured so we would have 6 local artists and then a few visiting fellows who are more experienced come and kind of contribute to what was happening. It was just supposed to be a huge learning process. We selected artists that had little to no experience with technology, and we wanted to just give them an on-ramp to start incorporating this into their creative practice. So they got to take all of our workshops for free. We gave them a supply budget. They got to be in our space as much as they wanted. Here we're learning processing, which is a really great platform to start with creative coding. And let's see what else. We also presented at the Barnes Foundation. We were there at the launch of the app, which was really exciting. One of the things of the residency that was really fun was engaging with the fellows, because we had a lot of really great conversations that came as a result of that. Here we have Ben Weissman from New American Public Art. They do large-scale interactive installations in many cities. His questions were, what is art today? What should it be? Now that we have access to so much technology, what new experiences can we create with the public? How can we get outside? How can we engage people in a new way? On the other side here, we have another artist, Tiago Hurston, who is an experienced robotics engineer, open computer vision expert. He talked about, when the internet started, it was really awesome. It was like rainbows and unicorns all the time. What happened? What is the role of artists in commenting about that, or creating experiences about how we want the internet to be? So we had a lot of really great work come out of the residency, and I'll turn it over to Mike to talk a little bit about that.
Sure.
Is that cool?
Yeah, of course. Hi, my name is Michael Kiley. I'm a sound designer, composer, performer, and educator. I work in dance, theater, and public installation. A couple of years ago, I decided that I wanted to make a piece that did a few things. I wanted to use smartphone technology in a way that the user didn't actively interface with their device while they were having an experience. I wanted to make a piece where the musical content that I would create would be embedded into the context of experiencing it, and I wanted it to therefore be location-based. So I made 2 pieces that are compositions for iPhone that use GPS to trigger sound based on where you are. The first one I made is called The Empty Air, was for Rittenhouse Square, and the second one I made was called Anamina, and it's for the distance between 2nd and Race Street to the end of the Race Street pier. So through that, I had to hire people to create those apps for me, and did all that fundraising as an individual artist in order to make those two pieces happen. Through doing that, I got excited in the technology behind it, and then heard about this residency through the Hactory, and was lucky enough to receive it. So I went through their 6-month program, and right at the onset, Georgia and Lee, who helped run the residency program, said, "You will be able to learn how to write the code that made these apps by the end of this time." And I thought they were crazy, but they were right. And I can now make my own GPS-sensitive apps. So what I'm saying, and there Meryl's question earlier about how do we do this type of thing if we don't have any money? How do we make these sort of impossible things happen? I think this model is really unique. This was really one of the first opportunities I've ever had as an artist where someone asked me, what don't you know how to do? What do you want to go figure out? What do you want to go learn and do? Most of the funding opportunities available to myself as an independent artist, and I imagine to most of the people and the organizations in this room, are about you proving that what you already know how to do is of value, and therefore you should give me money to do it. And as the funding structures are changing, and more and more general operating budgets or opportunities are being cut, and more research and development opportunities are being cut, this is a model for people to learn how to do new things, and is something that I have not encountered anywhere else. And my career as an artist has already radically shifted, even in how I approach traditional theatrical design, sound design, is already very, very different just by the knowledge that I've taken away from this short time at this residency. Is there anything you want to say in response to that?
Yeah, I would say that we tried really hard to create like a container for the best possible learning to happen. So in our culture, there's a lot of associations of who can do technology or be building these kind of apps or whatever it is, and how long it should take and what that looks like. So we think that's totally not true. Whatever assumptions are out there are mostly wrong. So we did a lot of work to make sure we had like social guidelines and rules to help people really feel comfortable asking for help, asking like, I don't understand this. And also being respectful of each other. And I think that helps a lot. There's a lot of other models out there, and we look to some of the others, other programs doing this kind of thing, so that inspired us. I think it worked really well for us. Yeah, our whole goal is we want more people doing creative work like this. A lot of the people who are building these kinds of apps and technology right now have been trained in a similar way. They may not be used to thinking outside the box the way that we love that artists do. So we really wanted to see what they could do when they had that chance. That was the whole point. I think it kind of worked.
And to speak to unexpected results, what I would like to do with this technology that I've learned is eventually turn it into a platform that anyone in this room could download and take any kind of audio media and attach it to a physical location and embed that into an app that you can upload to disseminate to whoever you want to. And that idea, I imagine I will eventually accomplish that. And that did come from this artistic endeavor of me like wanting to figure out how to control music using technology. Now I feel like there's this opportunity to create this platform where we can control any audio media and link it to a location, which I think we would all agree is a pretty vital thing moving forward.
That's cool. I'll just add, part of I can comment a little about the discussion about how much things cost also. We kind of take the approach of, what is this thing, what was it originally intended for, and how can we use it for something else? And that's usually a great way to save money. Our materials, our raw materials are pretty affordable in terms of the budgets of museums and cultural institutions. So I'm happy to talk more about that. I think we have a pretty good perspective on that. And we look forward to offering the residency again in the future. Right now we're in our second round of fundraising for that, and we learned a lot from this residency, so we hope to offer it for many more times in the future.